Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the channel. For those that don't know, my name is Americana Sam, aka Sam St. John. For those that have been with me for a while, this is the 2025 Americana tag. I wasn't planning to post anything until the first of the year, but a lot of vinyl tags have already started circulating, and I didn't want this one to kind of fall by the wayside and have people be tired of it because I really enjoyed doing this last year. I thought it was going to be a one and done kind of situation. I thought I'd given all the questions that I could give, but I came up with 15 new questions here for your pleasure. Now, whether you want to participate or not is entirely up to you. I would ask that the first thing that you do is shout out another channel that you would like to see do this tag. And I'm going to have all the prompts below in the video description. I had a really fun time with this. I had a great response last year for it being my first vinyl tag ever, and really enjoyed seeing a lot of new channels. I've subscribed to a lot of you. A lot of you have made channels in the last year or so that were just commenters, and I'm just really excited to see who all is out there doing it. So I've got 15 questions plus my shout out. Again, those are all going to be listed below. You can show vinyl, CDs, whatever you want, tapes. You don't have to show anything if you don't want to. Just have fun with this. It's just a lot of fun. It's kind of an easy way to show off your Americana collection. So first thing I'm going to do is shout out my great friend and Americana aficionado, Glenn Kellaway from the basement. I'm going to want to see what he has to say. I know Glenn's got some great answers to this. I can already imagine some of the answers that he already has. So Glenn Kellaway from the basement, if you're watching, please hop on this, and I would love to see it kind of grow from there. All right, question number one. It's the obvious one. What is your favorite Americana album of 2024? And all of these questions involve Americana records. So if I mess up, just know that I'm referring to Americana specific albums. So a favorite Americana album from 2024, no brainer. This is Trail of Flowers by Sierra Farrell. Fantastic. She's got this old kind of Carter family kind of sound to her voice, but she's new. She's all over the festival circuit. She's, collaborated with everybody under the Americana world. Sierra Hull, Billy Strings, Jerry Douglas. She's been everywhere. She was on the John Anderson tribute album last year off of Dan Auerbach's label from the Black Keys. She did a version of John Anderson's song Years. This is just a fantastic CD, fantastic record. I have a vinyl copy coming in the next few days that I'm going to be excited to show. But Trail of Flowers, easily favorite Americana album from 2024. Question two, I'm going to keep this one up. I want you to show me your favorite Americana song from 2024. Well, mine is obviously from this record, and it's going to be the song I Could Drive You Crazy. Listen to that song if you want just a nice groove. It's got a great old-time kind of scratch fiddle playing on it. It sounds like something from the 1800s. Like, it sounds old, but it sounds so good. So I Can Drive You Crazy from Trail of Flowers is my favorite Americana song from 2024. Favorite Americana song with a banjo. Now, this could go a million different ways. It can go by how you define Americana. I'm not defining Americana. I'll leave that up to you. But I'm going to go with the song off of this album by The Devil Makes Three, who I talk about a lot. The album is called Redemption and Ruin. And the song is I Am the Man, which is an old Ralph Stanley song. And Larry Sparks. There's a great 5-string banjo picked by member Cooper McBean. Yes, his name is Cooper McBean. Just very cool song. I've played it once before at my church on banjo, and it's really fun to play. Fairly easy for a guitar picker to pick it out. It's not necessarily complicated, but it's just got a great sound on that song. And yeah, I Am the Man from Redemption and Ruin by Devil Makes Three. Favorite banjo song. Number 4, favorite acoustic guitar player. And again, some of these questions might have overlapped with last year. It doesn't matter. I want to hear about it again. I can't remember if this is one of them or not, but I got to go with Tony Rice. This is Church Street Blues. This is the best sounding record in my collection, I think, bar none. It sounds so good. This was released last year by Craft Recordings. But yeah, Tony Rice, just, guitar picker extraordinaire. There's that Sugar Hill label. He's influenced everybody in the progressive bluegrass world. Really, any modern guitar picker in some capacity has been influenced by Tony Rice. I know Billy Strings, to use the big name, big influence was Tony Rice, and I'm proud to say he is from Virginia. But this is a great record, Church Street Blues. It has a couple Bob Dylan songs. Gordon Lightfoot is on here. Really, really good stuff. Pretty much just Tony and his brother on guitars. So Tony Rice is my favorite acoustic player right now. Question number 5, an Americana album you need to give another spin. This could be an album that you haven't listened to in a while. I'm going to go with this one. This is the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Dirt Does Dylan. It's their most recent record from 2022. Again, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band had the huge album, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, kind of a staple in what's now the modern Americana genre. But you have Nitty Gritty Dirt Band here. You have original members Jeff Hanna and what's his name? Jeff Hanna is the lead singer, and Jimmy Fadden on the drums, and then longtime member Bob Carpenter, or essentially in this lineup, and then a few other guys, including Jeff's sons. But this is Nitty Gritty Dirt Band doing Bob Dylan songs. That's really good. They stick a lot to the country kind of era of Bob Dylan with Tonight I'll Be Staying Here With You, Girl from the North Country, Country Pie from Nashville Skyline. But then they also do stuff like they do The Times They Are A-Changin'. That has Roseanne Cash, Steve Earle, Jason Isbell, and the Warren Treaty. They do The Mighty Quinn. So I need to give this one another spin. It's been a couple years. Your most listened to Americana album, your most listened to Americana artist from 2024. This is pretty much always the case. Again, call him what you will, but that's going to be Mr. John Prine. This is his last record, The Tree of Forgiveness. I think it's his best album. It's a masterpiece. Has a lot of his friends on there. Brandy Carlisle, Jason Isbell, Dan Auerbach are all over this record. And just a beautiful record. This is gold vinyl. But listen to the song Summer's End, or if you want something to cry with, if you want to hear a beautiful love song, listen to Boundless Love. If you want something that's kind of funny, listen to When I Get to Heaven. So many tracks on here that I would recommend. It's a short record, maybe 32 minutes long, but The Tree of Forgiveness, John Prine. But this is my most listened to Americana artist for the last several years. So easy pick there. Now, I want you to show your most listened to Americana album of the year. Now, this was tied actually with the Sierra Farrell album, because I do keep track of what I listen to. So I thought I'd show this one. This is Oliver Wood, Fat Cat Silhouette. Now, Oliver Wood can fit into a million different genres. He has a lot of blues influence. He has some gospel influence. He has some funk influence. You'll know the name Oliver Wood from my channel. I talk about the Wood Brothers all the time. He's the lead guitarist and singer, one of the songwriters of the group. Just a fantastic voice. I love his stuff. This is his second solo record. He had one a couple years ago called Always Smiling. But this is just like a really nice, it's light. It's got some of like that Wood Brothers feel to it with some fun, like kind of percussive grooves to it. But it does sound like, a Saturday morning kind of, watching the sunrise coffee kind of record. So Fat Cat Silhouette, I love how this thing sounds. So that's my most listened to Americana album of 2024. Show an underrated Americana album. This is one that I think I showed last year. This came out last year. This is, I think, an album that kind of went under the radar. This is a group called Mighty Poplar. The lead singer is Andrew Marlin of Mandolin Orange / Watch House. Most of the musicians on here are members of the Punch Brothers, the Chris Thile-led group. And then you also have Alex Hargreaves, who is the current fiddle player for Billy Strings. There he is right there. But this is a great record. It's all old, folk songs, songs by Leonard Cohen. There's a Bob Dylan tune on here. There's AP Carter is on here. some traditionals, or a John Hartford tune. This is just a really, really good record. And again, I don't think it got the praise that it should have. And I listened to this a lot last year. I know my friend Glenn, I got him into this record. I told him about it. And he would probably agree with me. This is a fine, fine record. If you like acoustic music, if you don't want much of a twang to your music, check this out. Mighty Poplar. It's the debut by the band of the same name. Show a collaboration. Now, this could be a collaborative album. This can be, a duet, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go with a duet. This is the album Towns by Steve Earle. And this is Steve Earle doing Towns Van Zandt music. There's a collaboration on here with his son, Justin Towns Earle, on a song called Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold. It's a cool little, like, fast-paced song about gambling and poker playing, and kind of like a little mini western in a song. And I think it's really good. The two voices going together. This is from 2009, obviously, about 8 years before, 11 years before we lost Justin to an overdose. But really, really nice collaboration, and this whole record in itself is really good. So Mr. Gold and Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold. An underrated album by your favorite Americana artist. Now, again, I could have picked several Americana artists as my favorite, but today I'm going to go with the Avett Brothers. This is an album called True Sadness. This was the Avett Brothers record that came out in 2016. Lot of live staples on here. So, like, there's a couple of songs that they continue to do live. True Sadness is one of them. No Hard Feelings is the kind of like the standard closing track that the Avett Brothers have these days. And I think the rest of the album is really good. They also do Ain't No Man is on here, Satan Pulls the Strings, but the deep cuts on here are really good. Divorce Separation Blues, Smithsonian. It's just, just really, really good. A lot of influence. I Wish I Was, Fisher Road to Hollywood. Just some really, really good stuff. You always hear, in the Avett Brothers world, you always hear, I Am Loving You, Emotionalism. That's kind of like the big albums. But check this album out, True Sadness by the Avett Brothers. It's really good. It's not traditional, acoustic record. So True Sadness by the Avett Brothers is my underrated pick, but my favorite Americana artist. Show an album cover, Americana album with a suit on the cover. I'm going to go with Pokey Lafarge. There he is in a white suit with that corsage, dancing with Keith Richards, it looks like. But this is a great record. This is called Rock Bottom Rhapsody. There he is in the suit again. And on the back. This was kind of the last album that Pokey Lafarge did before he converted to Christianity. So it's got a lot of stuff on here that are darker in nature. He isn't sure of himself. I mean, he's got stuff like, the album itself, Rock Bottom Rhapsody. It's, he's at rock bottom. But songs like End of My Rope, which is a very sad title, very, very fun, upbeat song. He has a song called F Me Up. Lucky Sometimes, which I think is a Randy Newman song that Randy Newman never wrote. If you like Randy Newman, check out Lucky Sometimes. It is beautiful. I'm talking to you, Alex, at Beer and Vinyl. But stuff like Storm A Comin', Fallen Angel, Ain't Coming Home, Lost in the Crowd. Just, those themes of loneliness and despair. But anyway, there's Pokey in a suit. Very, very cool. If you like songwriter albums, check that one out. Show an Americana album with a beard on the cover. I picked Working Man's Dead, and you can't really see too well, but Jerry Garcia back there has a beard. And, this is obviously the rear cover, but you see Mickey Hart and Jerry are both rocking beards. Bill and Pigpen have the mustache going on. But again, this was the second album of the kind of acoustic Grateful Dead with American Beauty. This has Uncle John's Band, Dire Wolf, New Speedway Boogie, Black Peter, Casey Jones. Really, really good. So Jerry Garcia rocking the beard on that album cover. Next, number 13. I want you to show me 2 albums from the same record label, Americana albums. So I'm going to go, I just did a review on this not too long ago. This is Sirens by the Wild Feathers. It is on New West Records, one of my favorite record labels. Actually, that Pokey Lafarge was also on New West, as was the Devil Makes Three. So big in the Americana world. Absolutely love New West. Check them out if you've never heard of them. This is the Wild Feathers, kind of a roots rock group out of Nashville. Again, I've talked about them a million times. Love these guys. If you like the Eagles, Tom Petty, that kind of stuff, you'll love the Wild Feathers. But like they're really good. This is an album. Their latest came out a few months ago, produced by Shooter Jennings, who was Waylon Jennings' son. If that gives them any credibility to you. But yeah, New West, Sirens by the Wild Feathers. And then here's an album that I have not listened to. I just got this in the mail. This is John Hyatt with the Jerry Douglas Band. Leftover Feelings. This was a sale going on at New West, and it was like $8. And I've heard good things about it. There's John and Jerry. I've seen the Jerry Douglas Band before, but I know my friend Glenn has talked about this album, said it was really good. So I'm happy to have this. But yeah, that's a new one for me. It came out in 2021. So 2 albums off of New West Records. Number 14, show an Americana Grail. What's something that you want that you don't have? Well, like many people, I want this album right here. J.D. Crowe in the New South on vinyl. This is also known as 0044. I would love to have this on vinyl. This is the kind of super group of J.D. Crowe on the banjo. Jerry Douglas is on here as well. Ricky Skaggs, Tony Rice. It's just a fantastic record. Perfect bluegrass, songwriter kind of record. Old Home Place is on here by the Dillards. Sally Gooden, Rock, Salt, and Nails. Summer Wages by Ian and Sylvia. Crying Holy Unto the Lord. I'm Walking by Fats Domino. It's perfect. So I would love to have one of these on vinyl. If anybody sees one, let me know. And then lastly, number 15, I want you to let me know about an album that you're hoping that we get in the new year in 2025. For me, I don't know if this will ever happen, but I would love to see a solo album by Scott Avett. Obviously, one of the 2 Avett brothers. Seth has put out several really, really good solo records and some collaborations, some duets. But I would love to see Scott kind of go out on his own and do a solo album. I think that'd be really, really cool. So, Scott, if you're watching, give me an album. So there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for participating in advance. Please let me know in the comments if you did a video. I'll post it on my community page, try to give you some support. And yeah, remember to shout out somebody that you think might do this tag. Again, this is just for fun. I'm not taking it too seriously, so you shouldn't either. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my picks. If I screwed something up, let me know. Let me know anything that I should listen to. All right, everybody. In the meantime, y'all be good. Take care, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye now.